Hello, hello, hello. It's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you live from Whitefish, Montana. And again, this week, as we have been, we are live in the May Day Hot Weekly Deals, where if you are commenting in there, then you are earning entry points into a drawing for a stack of cards. And today, the card we're making, you're actually going to get. So then we also are live on Facebook, on the business page, Junebug Creations 29, and on YouTube at Junebug Creations 29. So if you are only in the group and you want to follow me on the others, they are Junebug Creations 29, Facebook, and YouTube. And then you can see everything I'm doing once this event ends. So let's get to it, because today we're going to talk about some things that really turn your cards into some WOWZA things. So let's get started. I'm going to switch here. And again, Facebook is sadly not showing any comments for me in the May Day weekly deals. I will get back to responding to your comments today. And you can, of course, comment on the business page, but you get your comments and your entry points if you are in May Day. So I will go ahead and comment there when we're done. So I wanted to just show you, this is the suite we're going to be using, or parts of the suite we're going to be using today. It's called Impressions of Bloom. These are the new in color, what are they called? Flat pearls. So we're going to be using, no, actually we're not using any of these on our card, but I wanted to show them to you. And then I guess I should show you all 5 colors, because that's pretty amazing. There we go. So we have Strawberry Slush, Darling Duckling, Timid Tiger, Cloud, Cloudy, oh, Cloud Cover, I think it is, and Secret Sea. They're new, so I haven't quite gotten this one because this one has been an issue. You'd think I would know it because the ink pad, they've had some issues with the ink pad for that one. But these are the colors. And so you can see that there's also the designer series paper that comes in this suite. This is an online exclusive, which means it is only available online. It's not in a catalog. So all of our DSP is double-sided. So what I did is I just kind of pulled it like this. So we have this one, and this is the back side. And this is called Floral Impressions. And then this one, and this is the back side, so you can see. And then we have this one, and this is the back side. So super fun colors. Love the flowers, love the bright colors. Here we go. Those are great. And then of course this one. These are such fun colors. I just love, I love flowers. I try not to get too many flower sets, but oh, somehow I got something sticky on there. Don't know how that happened. All right, and this one. All right, so those are the papers. We're not actually using any paper today. Then we have these different, you have some gold frames as well as some sentiment pieces. I haven't even opened it. It's the foiled frames and labels ephemera pack. So you can use that, but today we're going to use a die instead of this. And then this is the new embossing folder, and it's, I couldn't find the label for it. Oh, here it is. It is the Pressed Flowers embossing folder. So it's, I don't know, you can do it hanging or you can do it going up. They're showing it going up like that, but you can also do it where it's hanging. And I showed you that yesterday on this card where I used it going this way, and it gave some nice embossing. All right, so what I'm going to do today, oh, here's the stamp set, and it is one of those stamp sets that does have dies that coordinate with the flowers and has some extras. So we're not using these dies right now. I'm going to use them later for you to just show the difference, but I only have so much time. And then of course there's these two frames as well. They are photopolymer stamps and they are two-step stamping. So you can do a background as well as a detail, but I'll show you that in my live later this afternoon. For now, I want to show you this card. So this is a card that I made at On Stage with this new set. But you can see that it's just plain and simple, all flat. Let's jazz this up. Let's make this a little zippier by using some texture and by using a die. All right, so this is our card. Let's zip it up, as I like to say. We're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to use this as our card base, and I just realized I forgot to score the middle. You don't have to score the middle, but I like to score the middle. It just makes folding easier. So we're going to score it at 5.5 because it's cut at 4 1/4 by 11. So we're going to score it at 5.5 like this. Then we're going to use our bone folder to burnish this end just to make it crease a little better, and that way it's not popping up. We're going to set that aside for a moment because that's our base, and we're going to start with the stamping. So we're going to stamp on here, and I have my colors. I have my Granny Apple Green, I have my Darling Duckling, which is still brand new. I wanted to just show you, so I just slit that. So when you first get an ink package, it's going to come like that with the plastic on it. All right, and then on the back here, you see it says Darling Duckling, and then it has the name in the different languages. All right, so what I like to do for this is I like to take it and pull this off because it's just trash anyways. And then I take the Darling Duckling, this first one that has it in English, and I put it right here on the end. All right, so I haven't even done this with any of my new colors. I still need to, but I thought I'd do one of them for you. And then for me, I like to take the German and put it on the back because that just helps me know what the color is in German. And it's actually, they, instead of calling it a duckling, they are calling it Kuchengelb, which is cake yellow. I'm not sure why they don't direct translate. All right, so then here's where you can also put another color one. So you can either use just the plain one or you can use the other Darling Duckling. I'm going to go ahead, since they've given us the name again, I'm going to go ahead and use Darling Duckling, and I'm going to put it down in here. That way when it's open, I know which color it is. I used to just use, there we go. I used, oh, why is it not going down in there? Because I'm live, that's why it's not going in there. All right, there we go. There we go. So I used to just use the plain yellow, but now that they've put Darling Duckling on there for a second time, can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. I now will use the name there. That way when it's open and laid out, see here it's just plain, but now I know this is the Darling Duckling. I'm not going to do it to the rest of these. I'll finish those later, but that's my Timid Tiger, my Strawberry Slush, and then I'll have my Secret Sea. And we're just going to stamp these with the flowers. And this one was in the middle, and it was stamped in the Strawberry Slush. All right, so we're just gonna do that right there like that. Woo, what a nice color. I'm gonna get out a piece of scrap paper because not everything is gonna be on this one thing. Some of it is going to leak off. Then our next flower is this cool one in the Darling Duckling. And it's just over here like that. And it comes out kind of greenish yellow, but then it lightens. And then this one is the Timid Tiger. And it goes right here. And then we have, so I did the center of the big flower here and the other one on this side, so that way I can see through, but they're not on top of each other. So we'll do the small flowers first. Oop, I didn't get that all the way. There we go. And then I'm going to turn it over and do the large flower. There we go. So I'm done with the secret C. I don't want to accidentally touch any of these or drop something in it. There's the strawberry slush. Here's our, they're new, so they're a little tough. Timid Tiger, you can use either chapstick or candle wax and run it along here, and that will make them slide better, so you could do that. And then we have our garden green for our leaf. So we need that. We're going to do a leaf right here. And we're going to do a leaf right here. And another one, I think, over here. So I'm changing up my leaves just a little bit. And then we're going to do one over here. All right, so just like that, and then we're going to close this up. All right, brilliant colors. They do fade a little bit. It's still kind of wet. This one looks like I pushed a little too hard on it. All right, so then what we need to do is cut this, and we're going to cut it in half. So it is 4 inches wide, so we're going to cut it at 2 inches. And this is just a fun little new technique. You saw me use it on this card, a similar kind of technique yesterday. So now we have this. All right. Now what we're going to do is use our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine to really spice things up. So you can see here, there's just a plain hand cut banner, and then this is just flat and plain. So let's spice this up. So this is our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. It is non-mechanical, which is what I love the most about it, is I don't have to, it's not computerized, it's just crank. So I don't have to learn anything. I don't have to read the instructions. I don't have to hook it to the internet. All I have to do is open it up like this and crank things through. Now, the one thing you do need to learn is you need to learn what sandwiches you make out of your plates. If you have a thin die, you use plate 1, plate 2, here are the numbers, and 2 plate 3. So let's do that first. So there's plate 1, plate 2, plate 3. Then we're going to use our banner die right here. And I have my, let's see, so I want to see which one is going to fit. All right, so I need this one, which is a little bigger because I chose a larger thing. So these are dies. They are little metal frames in a way, and they have a piece that cuts or a piece that just adds a little embellishment to it. We're going to take this piece, we're going to set it on here and put this there. Then we're going to use the other plate 3 on top, and we're going to roll it through. And that's it. We're just going to roll it through. No pushing buttons. That's what I love the most, is I don't have to learn it. Yes, I have a Cricut, but oh my gosh, it takes me forever to use it because I always have to learn. So this is what that created. All right, can you see that? There we go. This is what that created. It gave it a little bit of texture. It gave it a little bit of zip because it looks like little stitching lines. All right, and then we're going to use an embossing folder. So embossing folders, we have 2 kinds. We have standard ones that are skinny like this and bend easily. And then we have the 3D that are stiffer. They don't bend as much. And we are going to go ahead and use the eyelet one because I think it goes really well with flowers. Let me just look. Here's another one that's one of my all-time favorites, is exposed brick. You know what? I think we're going to use that one actually. We're going to use the exposed brick, and we're going to put this paper inside there like that. No, I want more brick. So I'm going to move it over to this side so we get more brick on there, like that. And then actually we're going to move it the other way because the other side is more exposed. So there we go, like that. So we're going to use plate 1 and plate 4. So plate 1, embossing folder with your paper in it, and then plate 4. And we're going to sandwich them in. Again, we're going to push until it catches, start rolling, put your hand here, and crank it through. And I'm not using much elbow grease, folks. It's easy peasy to do. All right, and then look at that. Isn't that amazing? Isn't it awesome? I love it. So let's move this aside. I have such a mess over here. After this, I'll be doing some cleaning. All right, so there's this. This is the exposed brick. Let me show you 2 others. So this one is the plaid. You can see that I did the plaid there. And this one is a paint texture one. So we have lots of different ones that show you different things, different textures. Let me get my card pieces back out. All right, so now we're going to put this together. So here's our card base. We're going to put this on here with our green glue. It's called Tombow Monoliquid Multi-Purpose Glue. We just call it green glue. And we have people who are only green glue people. We have others that use the Stamp and Seal, which is like a tape runner. And there are some people that are adamant against one or the other. To me, it's just whatever I'm doing that I need it. All right, it just depends. I used both. I mostly used the green glue. All right, here we go. Then we're going to take these and put them over here. We're going to flip them over though because we're going to put some dimensionals on the back. And yes, we could have embossed this, but I didn't want to take away from the stamping. So sometimes you have to be careful because you don't want to take away from the stamping. But if you are going to emboss it, you want to stamp before you emboss. All right. But I wanted the flowers to shine, so I chose not to emboss these. All right, so here we go. So you can use your take your pick tool to take these off, but I don't seem to have any troubles with using my nails for that. So then I want to put these together, so they are over here. And I'm going to do this one like this. Oh, this is the bottom. I want to do this one like this. And then we're going to just put a little bit of a space in between them and line that up just like that. All right. Then we're going to stamp on here with our secret C. Let me make sure. Yep. Thanks so very much. All right. And then what I forgot is they changed this from white to strawberry slush. So hang on. That's a technique I forgot to mention. Here we go. All right, so we're going to take our strawberry slush. We're going to take our brush. All right. Ooh, there's already some pink on there. Let me get that off. We're going to go with this. We want to tap it off because we want it to be very light. And we're just going to go over it like this. So see how you get those darker ones? So, but the texture and the stitching around this gives it a nice finished look. So I really like that. All right, here we go. All right, so there we've changed the color. It's no longer a stark white. Oh, and I didn't zoom y'all in. Back in. There we go. Let's see. Sorry about that. Yeah, and sadly I can't see your comments, so for all I know you could be saying, June, you're too far away, we can't see you. I don't know. So now we're going to take this and we're going to put some dimensionals here just on this edge, because that's what's going to be hanging off. We don't want to put it over here because it's going to make our it's going to make this go up at an angle because these are already on dimensions. But we are going to put a dab of glue on each side so that it can stick down and it doesn't end up getting flipped back. Take these backings off and we're going to lower it down a little bit to where it is right there. All right. And there. What do you think? So we have our flat card and we have our jazzed up card. Is that a wow or what? What a different look that gives. Isn't that amazing? I love it. So I rarely have a flat card. I almost always have something embossed. I could have just embossed this piece and then it would be embossed on this side as well. And sometimes I do that, but most of the times I'll turn it into a layer to emboss it so that when I do open it up, this is still flat, especially in case I want to write on it. All right, so just to show you the two difference, adding a die cut, using a die to make this versus just a hand cut flat one, and using an embossing folder to oomph that background. All right, so let me know what you think in the comments. I can't wait to see what you have to say about it. I really love that, and I wanted to let you know also that this Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, it is $130. Before you fall off your chair, you can get it for $99 plus another $35 in product, right? Yeah. So for $99, you can get the starter kit and you get to choose $165 worth of product of your choice. And this can be one of those things. So really you'd be getting this $130 machine with all the plates for $99 plus another $35 worth of product, with no obligation for anything. If you just wanted to do the starter kit to get all the goodies, do the starter kit to get all the goodies. If you want more information on building a business or being a hobbyist with Stampin' Up! And joining my team and being part of our crafty community, then just let me know in the comments or message me and I'll be happy to share that information with you. But ultimately, $99, you can get a $130 machine plus another $35 worth of product. Smoking deal. You can't beat it. It's the best bang for your buck. So if you have questions, let me know. I trust you enjoyed these two cards. I mean, really, this one is definitely the WOWZA. Have a great next few hours, and I'll be back in a few hours. I can't remember what time was I coming back. I'm coming back at hold on, trying to see. I'm coming back at 4:30. So I'll see you again 4:30 Mountain Time, 6:30 Eastern Time. And we'll play some more with some die cuts, and we'll use the ones that make the flowers so you can see how the flowers can pop. All right? So have a good one, and I gotta find my screens. I will see you all here back in another couple hours. See you then. Bye-bye.